The last pick. There was once a boy named Ravi who loved football, not watching it, but playing it. The smell of the grass, the thrill of chasing the ball, the shout of a goal. That was his world. But there was one tiny problem. He wasn't very good. Ravi was always the last to be picked when teams were made. Not second to last, dead last. Even the new kid who didn't know the rules got picked before him once. That stung. But Ravi wasn't one to give up. He practiced alone every day after school. While others played video games or hung out, Ravi was on the field kicking the ball against a wall until his shoes wore out. One day, the school announced a big interclass tournament. The prize? A golden trophy and bragging rights for a whole year. Teams were being formed, and of course, Ravi's name was added as an afterthought to the Class C team, the Underdogs. On the first day of practice, the team captain, Arjun, pulled Ravi aside. "Look, just don't mess up, okay?" he said. Ravi nodded, swallowing the lump in his throat. During practice, Ravi was either benched or placed far away from the ball. The team had written him off before the game even began. Now here's where things take a twist. The night before the tournament, Arjun tripped over his cat while dancing to a viral TikTok and sprained his ankle. With no backup captain and no star player, the team was thrown into panic. "Who's going to lead us now?" someone asked. There was silence. Then, "Ravi should do it," said the new kid, Dev. Everyone turned to stare at him. "Are you serious?" "Yeah," Dev shrugged. "I've seen him practice. He's got fire. Besides, what do we have to lose?" A very reluctant team agreed. Ravi spent that night sleepless, heart racing, running imaginary plays in his head. The next morning, he wore his lucky red socks and whispered to himself, "This is my shot." The whistle blew. The first match started. And Ravi, he shocked everyone. He wasn't flashy, but he was everywhere. He passed like a pro, intercepted like a hawk, and called out strategies that actually worked. The team followed his lead, and for the first time, they played like one unit. One match turned into 2 wins, then 3. The Underdogs reached the finals. The opposing team, Class A, the reigning champions. Tall, fast, confident, smirking. It was 1-1. Final minute. Ravi had the ball. One defender in front, the goalkeeper narrowing the angle. He could pass. He could play it safe. But then he remembered every day he was picked last. Every look of doubt, every solo practice in the rain. He took the shot. The stadium, okay, the school ground, went silent for a breath, then erupted. Goal. Victory. The team rushed him, hoisting him up like he was Ronaldo reborn. And Arjun, still limping, but cheering the loudest. "I guess the last pick just became the MVP," he laughed. From that day on, Ravi was never the last pick again. Not because he won a trophy, but because he proved that passion, persistence, and a little Red Sox luck can turn any underdog into a champion. Moral of the story, you may not be the first one chosen, but if you keep showing up one day, you'll be the one everyone counts on. Thank you for watching more inspirational and historical stories. Like and subscribe the channel Speakify.